Hiya, it's Claire Spalding and you're watching my weekly vlog for My Brand Story. As always, I'm here to help you build a truly authentic business and brand that will connect. Very important. Now, as you may have watched, if you've been following me on Instagram, I have been away in America for the last 4 weeks, so apologies, I am a week late on this vlog. But I've just got back, got settled back into normality. Gosh, it's hard, isn't it? Just getting back into the swing of things. But I had an awesome trip. Work, a little bit of play, all round, really stimulating and energizing. It was just what I needed for that motivation and inspiration. I thought today I would talk to you a little bit about some brands that I saw that were really innovative and inspiring in America. Because what we are in Australia, what I've found, we're very similar culturally, America and Australia. We have very similar drives, goals, business, objectives, and we do move in a similar way. I think a little bit Australia follows in a positive way America. They're quite innovative, especially in the technology space, and also what I'm doing here. I'm seeing so many exciting things happen over there. Watch this space because I've got some exciting news ahead as well. But it's not about me today, it's about brands that I have seen that I love. First tea, of course. It's a morning shoot today, so I just got a little bit of English breakfast. I like glugs like that. Okay. I did derail a little bit, but I'll go back to it. I'm going to talk about 4 brands today that I saw, very different industries that I saw as a consumer in America. The first one was Sephora. What I found with Sephora, not even about the makeup, but the business model that they have. They're very prevalent, but they're also innovative. They are very, I would say, people look to them as the experts and with an unbiased professional advice. Their model is really interesting as well. They do have sort of mini stands within, like for each brand, but they have everything from, there's another dog through the door. But they have everything from hair care to makeup. The big dog now? Yes, the big dog. Hi. Hi. You missed me? Did you miss me? You missed when I was away? Yes. They missed me. So they had everything from brands that were reputable to, and what you needed. So hair care, concealer, makeup, everything. It was a one-stop shop. And you get involved in the journey. And honestly, I'm not even going to tell you how much I spent thinking, oh yeah, makeup's cheaper in America. Still, if you buy a lot, it's going to come to a lot. But I'm happy I got my staples and I got to get everything that I wanted. So I have my favorites, Nana's Laguna is a favorite, and my mascara. They were all under one roof. So it's also expertise, but ease. They really understood what was important to their target market, and they worked back from that, so how they could then deliver on that. So that's really important, and I think a model that if you're in retail, to have a look at. But it does come back to what I talked about before, and that is just to really know what your target market wants, and then how can you deliver on that. And Sephora nailed it. My second one, you smell. My second one is called Intelligentsia. Gosh, it took me ages to write this. We were also advised by friends in New York that Intelligentsia was a great coffee place, so we went. So they understood that they don't want to cut out the market. They're tea and coffee drinkers, and let's look at the best for both. And they presented it, the actual product was good. Again, understanding target market. But something I want to tell you that's interesting about Intelligentsia. We then went to Chicago. Bean Hunter, Toby's like, there's an Intelligentsia here. And we were thinking, oh, it's a chain? We had no idea. We went to the Intelligentsia there, completely different. They have a very subtle logo, which I'll show you, but you would have to look for it to find the shop. It's actually like a little rabbit warren. You find it, and everything inside is different. They deliver on the quality. They had oat milk, they had the KS scales, they did everything product-wise very consistently, but it had this authentic one-off feel. What I'm seeing is we're backflipping now. So going from when companies open up shops and they want to diversify and have more and make a franchise, they would then chain it and have consistencies. But chains, you see it, you know it's going to tick quality, so therefore you're happy, and then you go. So that builds a loyalty. With this, or credibility. With this one, they've gone backflip. They are all about sort of people understanding what good coffee is, and sort of being in the know. Like when we found out they were a chain, we're like, wow, we know this is pretty cool. But their shops were very, very fit outs were very different. We went to 2 in Chicago and the 1 in New York, very different. You wouldn't even know, apart from the coffee and apart from the way they presented it, as in the tools they used, that it was the same business. Very, very clever and interesting. I haven't seen that yet. Then I thought I would wear this. I pretty much lived in this in my trip, not only because it's a comfortable hoodie and you're traveling all the time, but also because Nike, in my eyes, has had a bit of a revival. They're a perfect example of a brand that have evolved. They've evolved with what the consumer wants and what are they looking for. You know, we all know Nike, and I remember it from the 80s as the sneaker to get. They still tick that they're very much with the technology and being in the forefront of sportwear. So they tick that. But with this new evolution of activewear and lifestyle brands, they have been very quick to flip. They have pivot, I should say. They have still connecting on what their brand core mission is about delivering on sporting goods. But they pivoted slightly to open up the market and not be left behind. 5 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 year ago, I wouldn't be wearing a Nike hoodie out and about. Fashion has led this, trends have led this, new brands such as Lululemon, etc. have created this new area of the lifestyle activewear brand. And what I really respect in Nike is they have pivoted when they've needed to. Really, really important. And something you should take from that, a big learning from that is, if you have a brand that have been around a while and you've got a certain offering, have a step and have a look. And have a look and see, is your brand still relevant? Is there an opening that you can then go into? Because I have said this before, but you need to know when to pivot and when to maximize and not push it uphill. You've got to know, okay, well, this is getting plateau. I need to pivot somewhat. So that is why I believe in this brand pack, and you should, as a brand, do it at every stage of your business. I am now doing it second, third year now with my clients that have done it a year ago, 2 years ago, because every year you should revisit, because you as a brand evolve, the market evolves, and your target market evolves as well. So you need to see how that has. And Nike have ticked that box. And the last one, I just thought, just to throw it in, I thought we'd have a really good cross section, is InNOut. I'm sure we've all heard of it. I was very keen to go there. I am a bit of a burger junkie. I love a good hot chip, very judgmental on that. And I'd heard great things. So on Route 101 up to San Fran, we managed to find one and we sat in there. And what I want to take from there, what they have done, is they have, unlike other fast food brands, who, you know, every week they're wanting to, their model is keep grabbing their market. So they've got their, you know, bread and butter products, but they want to add more to diversify, to bring in new customers. So that is a really good model. But what InNOut do is they have kept true and loyal to their original, down to the diner style from the 60s, the decor, the food offering, the outfits, everything is, you could step back in time, like a time warp. And what is interesting is that is the nostalgia and the excitement, and it's also like more of an experience. And what they have in their product offering is they have a very simple and limited menu, and they perfect that product. So there were 3 burgers, and they weren't chicken, beef, and fish. It was cheeseburger, a plain hamburger, and then a double burger. That's it. So 3. They had their fries, and then you had your choice of drink. That is it. There were no chicken nuggets. They knew, we are a burger joint. We are good at what we do. We are going to keep delivering on this product. And it's working. Another example of, for you in your market, don't feel like you have to constantly bring new products just for the sake of it. If you have a look at your product, you'll probably find, and it's a really good exercise to do, look at your last year, 2 years, if you've been around less, month, do some trends there. Have a look in the last month, have a look in the last 6 months, the last year, 2 years, and have a look at what's selling. You'll probably find that it's the 80-20 rule. So 80% of your profit is coming from 20% of your product. And that's another interesting thing that I'll talk about in another vlog. Have a look at that. And what they are honing in on and saying, well, let's cut out all the overheads that come with that 20% profit of these other products and focus on this 80% of our income, and then grow on that. So yeah, they were the 4 brands that I wanted to talk about. Very interesting in their own right, diverse, and something that we should always look at. We should always look at what other people are doing. It's really important to see the market and also be flexible. I think the best thing that I've seen in these strong brands from all different industries is that they're adaptable and they're malleable, and they also know what works and what doesn't, and they stick to it. So that's it for me. So I think the best outtake from this is, don't recreate the wheel. If you can learn from some other brand that has paved their way and built their own success story, do, whilst keeping true to you. Well, that was my tip for the week. Please leave a comment and let me know your thoughts on this topic this week, or if any other topics you'd like to know. Make sure you subscribe, because then you can be the first to know what's going on and when my videos are launching, and you can be the first to hear them. And also, give me a thumbs up, follow me, all of the above, just to stay connected. Or if you want to know more about my brand story, pop over to my website, mybrandstory.me. I'm currently running a free 20-point branding checklist, and it might be a good starting point for you to see where you stand and what you need to do to build your own brand pack, which I also offer in my 5-week course, which you can find on my website. I guess ultimately, you just need to stay true to your journey, because what you have to offer, nobody else has. Remember that, and you'll go far. Well, that was it for this week. I'm Claire Spalding from My Brand Story, and I'll see you next week. Bye.